Hello students, let's continue the topic ionic equilibria. Today we are going to study the salt which contain weak acid and weak base for which Ka is greater than Kb. So student, today we are going to study salt of weak acid and weak base for which Ka is greater than Kb. As you all are aware about the Ka and Kb. Now we are taking example here, ammonium fluoride. It is a salt of weak acid HF, hydrogen fluoride, and weak base, ammonium hydroxide. So NH4F means ammonium fluoride is a salt which is made by weak acid HF, hydrogen fluoride, and weak base NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide. HF having a Ka value. Ka means dissociation constant of acid. So HF having a Ka value 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 4, and ammonium hydroxide having a Kb value. Kb means dissociation constant of base. The value of Kb for ammonium hydroxide NH4OH is 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5. Here, as you have seen, Ka is greater than Kb. Now, the salt is hydrolyzed as NH4 plus aqueous plus F minus aqueous plus H2O. It gives NH4OH and HF. This is the reaction which indicates the hydrolysis of the salt. The acid HF is slightly stronger than base NH4OH. The two ions react with water, which is clearly seen by this reaction. NH4 plus 2H2O gives NH4OH plus hydronium ion, and F minus aqueous plus H2O give HF plus OH minus ion or hydroxyl ion. So in the hydrolysis of the salt, we have seen the NH4 plus F minus with water, which give NH4OH plus HF. From this reaction, these two ions means NH4 plus and F minus react with water. So NH4 plus when react with water, it gives ammonium hydroxide and hydronium ion, and F minus when react with water, it gives HF plus OH minus ion. The NH4 plus ion hydrolyzed to a slightly greater extent than fluoride ion. Student, remember, NH4 plus ion hydrolyzed to a slightly greater extent than a fluoride ion. That means the reaction produces more hydronium ion than the OH minus ion produced in the next reaction. In other words, we can say NH4 plus ions are slightly stronger as acid than F minus ions as base. The solution of ammonium fluoride is thus only slightly acidic and turn blue litmus paper to red. So it is the first type of salt in which Ka is greater than Kb. Now, the second type of salt is the salt of weak acid and weak base for which Ka is lower than Kb. Here we are using ammonium cyanide NH4Cl is a salt which is made by weak acid HCN hydrogen cyanide having Ka value 4.0 into 10 raised to minus 10 and NH4OH ammonium hydroxide weak base having Kb value 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5, which is clearly showing that Ka is lower than Kb. Now we are taking the reaction where NH4Cl means ammonium cyanide is dissolved in water and hydrolysis as clearly seen by this reaction. NH4 plus aqueous plus Cn minus aqueous plus water gives NH4OH plus HCl, means weak base and weak acid again. As you have seen student, in this reaction or in all the reaction of this topic we are using a reversible sign. So weak base and weak acid again give NH4 plus Cn minus plus H2O, or NH4 plus or Cn minus H2O hydrolyze and give NH4OH and HCl. The base NH4OH is stronger than the acid HCl. As you have seen, NH4OH is the base and HCl is the acid. So NH4OH is the stronger base than HCl acid. The ion of this salt, when the ion of this salt react with water, so we get the reaction NH4 plus aqueous plus water liquid give NH4OH aqueous plus hydronium ion aqueous. Same here, second ion Cn minus means cyanide minus. Students, always remember these two ions which is react with water, these ions are from NH4OH and HCl. Cyanide when react with water, it give HCl plus OH minus ion. The cyanide ion hydrolyzed to a greater extent than NH4 plus ion. Always remember, cyanide ion hydrolyzed, as you have already aware that what do you mean by hydrolysis or how the ions are hydrolyzed. So when it is react with water, so when cyanide ion hydrolyzed, so the hydrolysis of cyanide ion is greater than ammonium ion and reaction produce more OH minus means hydroxyl ion, more OH minus ion than hydronium ion. Why we are getting more OH minus ion than hydronium ion in these two reactions? Because cyanide ion hydrolyzed to a greater extent, that's why we receive more OH minus ion, and ammonium ion hydrolyzed to a lower extent, that's why we get less hydronium ion. What does it mean? The solution of NH4Cl. NH4Cl is the salt. So the solution of NH4Cl is basic. Why it is basic? Because we get more hydroxyl ion or OH minus ion As you all of you know, the substance which give OH minus ion in their aqueous solution is a base. So in this salt we get more OH minus ion. That's why it is basic in nature and turns red litmus paper blue. So it is the second type of salt which is made by weak acid and weak base and having the Ka value lower than Kb. The next salt is salt of weak acid and weak base for which Ka is equal to Kb. For this type of salt we are using here ammonium acetate CH3COONH4. It is the salt of weak acid and weak base for which Ka is equal to Kb. So ammonium acetate is made by acetic acid which is nothing but a weak acid, means CH3COOH having the Ka value 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5 plus ammonium hydroxide having the value of Kb is equal to 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 5. When the salt ammonium acetate is dissolved in water, it undergoes hydrolysis and we get the reaction. CH3CO minus means acetate ion, NH4 plus means ammonium ion. React with water, it gives again weak acid and weak base means acetic acid and ammonium hydroxide. Now in the next step, same, we are using the ion of the acid which is react with water. So acetate ion react with water, give acetic acid and hydroxyl ion, and ammonium ion react with water which give ammonium hydroxide and hydronium ion. In this reaction, as we know, Ka is equal to Kb. The relative strength of acid and base produced in hydrolysis is the same. Means OH minus ion and H3O plus hydronium ion both are in the same extent. Therefore, solution is neutral. Hydrolysis of NH4 plus produces as many H3O plus ion as that of acetate ion produce OH minus ion. So this type of salt for which Ka is equal to Kb is neutral. The solution of this salt is neutral because H3O plus and OH minus ion produces in this same extent. So these are the three types of salt. The first type is salt of weak acid and weak base for which Ka is greater than Kb. Second type is salt of weak acid and weak base for which Ka is lower than Kb. The last type of salt is weak acid and weak base for which Ka is equal to Kb. I hope you all understand these types of salt according to Ka and Kb value. The next topic is the buffer solution. Actually, what is the buffer solution? Buffer solution is defined as the solution which resists drastic change in pH when a small amount of strong acid and strong base or water is added to it. Means when you add buffer solution in any substance and then add any acid or base, so there is no change in the pH of the substance or solution. Means buffer solution is a solution which resists drastic change in pH. Means when you add the buffer solution in any of the substance, so there is no change in pH of that substance. Whenever you added a small amount of strong acid or base or water, any of the thing in this solution, there is no change in pH. Why? Because you are using the buffer solution in that substance. I am again repeating the definition of the buffer solution. Buffer solution is defined as a solution which resists drastic change in pH when a small amount of strong acid or strong base or water is added to it. Now the next topic is types of buffer solution. So students, there are two types of buffer solution. Acidic buffer used to maintain an acidic pH, while basic buffer maintain alkaline pH. So students, you have already cleared that there are two types of buffer. One is acidic buffer solution and another is basic buffer solution. We are study one by one this type of solution. So one is acidic buffer solution. So a solution containing a weak acid and its salt with a strong base is called acidic buffer solution. I am giving you an example which clearly how to make acidic buffer solution. How to make acidic buffer solution. So see here student, example. It is the example of acidic buffer solution in which we are using weak acid and salt of weak acid and strong base. So you can understand easily how we can make acidic buffer solution. So acidic buffer solution is made by using weak acid and salt. Which type of salt? So the salt which is made by weak acid and strong base. Here we are using the weak acid means acetic acid and the salt sodium acetate. Sodium acetate is the salt which is made by weak acid means acetic acid and strong base means NaOH. Sodium acetate means CH3COONA. How we can get sodium acetate? So by using acetic acid means CH3COOH plus NaOH. So always remember student, when we are preparing acidic buffer solution, so you have to use weak acid and the salt which contain same weak acid and strong base. It is the acidic buffer solution. The pH of acidic buffer solution is given by the formula pH is equal to pKa, as you have already know what is Ka. Ka is the dissociation constant of acid and pKa is nothing but a minus log to the base 10 of Ka. pKa is nothing but a minus log to the base 10 of Ka. So the formula for the pH of acidic buffer is given by the equation pH is equal to pKa. As you know what is pKa, plus log to the base 10 concentration of salt upon concentration of acid. As you have know, this square bracket is nothing but a concentration. I hope you understand what is the acidic buffer solution and the formula of acidic buffer solution. Now the next type is basic buffer solution. In this same way, acidic buffer solution we can make basic buffer solution, means a solution which containing a weak base and its salt with a strong acid is the basic buffer solution. As you have seen, we are using here the example for basic buffer solution is weak base NH4OH, means ammonium hydroxide, plus NH4Cl, means ammonium chloride. So ammonium hydroxide is the weak base and ammonium chloride is the salt of weak base and strong acid. How we can get ammonium chloride? So by using NH4OH plus HCl. By using NH4OH plus HCl, we can make the salt of weak base and strong acid, which is nothing but a NH4Cl. Student, always remember, whatever weak acid or weak base we are using, so we have to use the salt of this base or acid only. Now the formula, as you have already studied, for base, in place of pH we are using POH for base. So the POH of basic buffer solution is POH is equal to pKb plus log to the base 10 concentration of salt upon concentration of base. Formula is same, only the difference is in place of pH we are using POH, in place of pKa we are using pKb. As you know, Kb is the dissociation constant for the base. In place of concentration of acid we are using concentration of base. And same here, pKb is nothing but a minus log to the base 10 of Kb. So in this topic we are having 4 equations, 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 equations are known as Henderson-Haselberg equation. These 4 equations are known as Henderson-Haselberg equation. Now the student, in this topic the next is buffer action. Actually, what is buffer action? So let us consider sodium acetate or acetic acid buffer. The name of buffer, for understanding what is buffer action, we are using here sodium acetate and acetic acid buffer. Here sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte. All of you know what is a strong electrolyte. Electrolyte, what do you mean by electrolyte? Electrolyte means which can pass electricity easily. strong electrolyte, or electrolyte means which dissociate completely. Strong electrolyte means which dissociate completely or gives ion. So student, here sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte. Sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte which dissociate completely in water and producing large concentration of acetate ion, as you have seen in this reaction. So student, I am repeating here, sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte. That's why it dissociates completely in water. Why? Because it is a strong electrolyte, and the substance which is a strong electrolyte, it is always dissociate completely in water and producing large concentration of ions. So sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte which dissociate completely in water and producing large concentration of acetate ion, as you have seen in the reaction. Since the acetic acid is a weak acid, as you all are familiar with the acetic acid, and already you know that acetic acid is a weak acid. So the concentration of undissociated acetic acid molecule is usually high. Means acetic acid is not completely dissociated in water because it is a weak acid. That's why concentration of undissociated acetic acid molecule is usually high. If strong acid is added to the solution, so the added H plus ion will be consumed by the conjugate base acetate present in the large concentration. Similarly, if a small amount of base is added to the so OH minus ion will be neutralized by the large concentration of acetic acid. Student, what I want to explain here, when you are adding a strong acid, means any of the strong acid in this buffer solution, so the strong acid means contain H plus ion. So this strong acid is react with acetate ion. We are having the buffer solution, means sodium acetate or acetic acid buffer. In this we are adding strong acid. So this strong acid is react with acetate ion, from where this acetate ion is produced by sodium acetate. So when we are adding the acid, it is react with the acetate ion and produce acetic acid. In place of strong acid, when we are adding base, so this base is react with acetic acid. This base is react with acetic acid, and you all are know that H plus ion means acid and OH minus ion means base. So when we are adding OH minus ion, so this OH minus ion react with acetic acid and neutralize it and produce acetate ion and water. Now the acid or base added thus cannot change the concentration of H plus ion or OH minus ion. The acid or base which we are adding here does not change the concentration of H plus ion or OH minus ion concentration, and pH of the buffer remains unchanged. As you have seen already in the reaction, when we are adding concentration, H plus ion is react with acetate ion, produce acetic acid. OH minus ion react with acetic acid and produce acetate ion and water. So there is no change and the pH of the buffer remains unchanged. Dilution does not have any effect on pH of the buffer, which we can see easily from this reaction. The dilution does not change this ratio. So it is nothing but a buffer action. It is the buffer action in which we are using the buffer solution of sodium acetate and acetic acid. From sodium acetate and acetic acid, sodium acetate is a strong electrolyte which dissociate completely and produce large concentration of acetate ion. And acetic acid is a weak acid, that's why it gives undissociated molecule. And in this buffer solution, we are adding first acid H plus ion, which react with acetate ion, produce acetic acid. Then we are adding base, so OH minus ion react with acetic acid and produce acetate ion and water. So there is no change, cannot change the concentration of H plus or OH minus ion concentration. That's why pH of the buffer remain unchanged. So it is nothing but a buffer action. The next topic is properties of buffer solution. The pH of buffer solution, as you have known, the pH of buffer solution does not change appreciably by addition of a small amount of either strong acid or strong base, or on dilution, or when it is kept for long time. So it is the property of buffer solution. Means by addition of a small amount of either strong acid, strong base, or dilution, or when you kept it is a long time, so the pH of a buffer solution does not change. The next topic is application of buffer solution, in which the first buffer solution having extensive application in a variety of fields, in which the first point is in biochemical system. In biochemical system, pH of blood in our body is maintained 7.36 to 7.42. A more change of 0.2 pH unit can cause death. The saline solution used for intravenous injection must contain buffer system to maintain the property of pH of the blood. So you can understand how the pH of the blood is important. I am repeating here, pH of the blood in our body, it has to be maintained between 7.36 to 7.42. A more change of 0.2 pH unit can cause death. So the saline solution used for intravenous injection must contain buffer system to maintain the proper pH of the blood. The next point of application of buffer solution in agriculture. So in agriculture, as the soil get buffered due to presence of salt such as carbonate, bicarbonate, phosphate and organic acid. The choice of fertilizer depends upon the pH of soil. The next application is in industry. So, buffers play an important role in paper, dye, ink, paint and drug industry. Next application in medicine. Students, penicillin preparation of stabilized by addition of sodium citrate as buffer. When citric acid is added to milk of magnesia means MgOH2. So magnesium citrate is formed, which is a buffer. So buffer is used in the stabilization of penicillin or preparation of penicillin. The next is analytical chemistry. In analytical chemistry, in qualitative analysis, pH of 8 to 10 is required for precipitation of cation third A group. You know, you have already done group detection in your practical. Group 1, Group 2, third A, third B, 4, 5, 6. So, for precipitation of cation, as you know what is cation and what is anion. So, for the precipitation of cation of third A group, a pH of 8 to 10 is required, and it is maintained, which is used of ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride buffer. Student, you have know already what is qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis you have done in your laboratory. Detection of group you have done in your laboratory. Qualitative analysis means detection of cation and anion in a given salt. And group detection, you all are familiar what is the group detection. Now the next topic is solubility product. For understanding the solubility product, we have to study the solubility equilibria. For solubility equilibria, we confine our attention to sparingly soluble compound. What do you mean by sparingly soluble compound? Means the compound which dissolve slightly in water. So for solubility product, in solubility product we have to study solubility equilibria, and in solubility equilibria we have to attention or we have to study the sparingly soluble compound, means the compound those dissolved only slightly in water. So student, suppose some powder is sparingly soluble salt, means suppose we are using some powdered sparingly soluble salt AgCl, means silver chloride, and put into a water and stirred vigorously. So we are taking a silver chloride and put into a water. The silver chloride is put into a water and stirred. As we have known, it is a sparingly soluble salt. That's why very small amount of silver chloride is dissolved in water and form its saturated solution. Most of the salt remain undissolved. Why? Because silver chloride is the sparingly soluble salt. Thus, solid silver chloride is in contact with its saturated solution. So, silver chloride is a strong electrolyte. Hence, the quantity of silver chloride that dissolve in water dissociate completely into its constituent ion Ag plus and Cl minus. first we are taking silver chloride and put into water, stir vigorously. Most of the salts remain undissolved. Thus, solid silver chloride is contact with its saturated solution. So, silver chloride is a strong electrolyte. Hence, the quantity of silver chloride that dissolve in water dissociate completely and produce silver plus and chloride minus ion. So, a dynamic equilibrium exists between undissolved solid silver chloride and dissolved ion Ag plus and Cl minus in the saturated solution. This equilibrium is called solubility equilibrium. This equilibrium is called solubility equilibrium. As you have seen in the reaction, AgCl solid. When we are using AgCl solid, so it is a strong electrolyte. AgCl solid is a strong electrolyte and it gives Ag plus ion and Cl minus ion. We can get the formula with the equilibrium constant K is equal to concentration of Ag plus concentration of Cl minus divided by concentration of AgCl. The concentration of AgCl means undissolved silver chloride or undissolved solid silver chloride is constant. That's why in place of concentration of AgCl we can use K dash as a constant. So put this value in equation 1 in place of concentration of AgCl. So we can get the formula K is equal to concentration of Ag plus concentration of Cl minus divided by K dash. Okay, so K dash here in denominator or in dividing position, when we can take it in opposite side of the equal, so we can get K into K dash is equal to concentration of Ag plus and concentration of Cl minus. So the product of K into K dash, the product of K into K dash is nothing but a solubility product which is shown by Ksp. So the product of K into K dash is another constant and it is called solubility product. That is the product of concentration of ion in a saturated solution and it is denoted by Ksp. So your formula will become, in place of K into K dash we are using Ksp. So formula is Ksp is equal to concentration of Ag plus concentration of Cl minus. When we are using the general salt, solubility equilibrium means general salt. So for general salt BXAY solid, it is the general salt, we can get XB Y plus aqueous plus YA X minus aqueous. It is the general salt and the solubility product for this general salt is Ksp is equal to concentration of B Y plus X or concentration of A X minus raised to Y. B Y plus raised to X or A X minus raised to Y. It is the formula for general salt solubility equilibrium. General salt solubility equilibrium. So I hope you understand what is solubility product. Student, saturated solution, always remember, saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt is the product of equilibrium concentration of the constituent ion raised to the power equal to their respective coefficient in the balanced equilibrium expression at a given temperature, and it is called solubility product. It is called solubility product. Means whenever you have to explain the formula of solubility product, so how can you explain? In the saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, I am explaining the formula of solubility product means what is Ksp. Whenever you have to define what is Ksp, so the Ksp In the saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, the product of equilibrium concentration of constituent ion raised to the power equal to the respective coefficient in the balanced equilibrium expression at a given temperature is called solubility product or called KSP. Student, there are many of the example we can use for the solubility product or KSP, means in place of AgCl we can use BaSO4 barium sulfate, CaF2 calcium fluoride, calcium phosphate, means in place of AgCl you can use any other of the sparingly soluble salt. So student, for today's lecture these are the topics. In the next lecture we are going to study relationship between solubility and solubility product. I hope you understand today's topic. Thank you so much.